How's it going, everyone? I'm Eric, and welcome to One Watches. As a watch collector, I always enjoy exploring new watch brands. San Martin has been on my radar for a couple years, and it's been long overdue to buy one. They are known for making the best affordable Homage watches available on Aliexpress, but don't let that fool you. They are much more than just an Homage watch brand. Their watches are very high quality with amazing specifications for much less money than you'd expect to pay for a watch with this level of finishing and details they offer. After checking out their collection of timepieces, I was most attracted to the Black Bay 58 model, specifically the SN008. San Martin has gone through a few variations of their Black Bay-inspired collection, including different color options, and this particular reference has all the right details, but just enough differences from the original Tudor watch to make it stand out from being just an homage. Aside from the same snowflake-style hands, a lot of the other aspects of the SN008 are different than Tudor. The dial, bezel, and bracelet are just a few of the differences. If you have never considered San Martin watches or on the fence about them, you should really give them a try. As soon as I unboxed the SN008, I was shocked at how well made the watch is. To help demonstrate the quality San Martin offers, I'm going to show the watch next to my Rolex Submariner to give you all a comparison to how a $155 San Martin compares to a $7,000 Rolex. I think you'll be surprised at how much it stacks up against a luxury Swiss watch at just a fraction of the cost. The SN008 has really great dimensions at 40mm wide, 12mm thick, and 48mm lug to lug. The watch is entirely made of 316L steel. The top of the case and sides are brushed with really nice vertical brushing that is reminiscent of the Rolex Submariner. There are also polished beveled edges that give the watch a touch of detail that helps elevate the overall appeal of the case. At the 3 o'clock is a screw-down crown which is signed with the San Martin logo. I've seen previous logos from San Martin which has included a large S that many felt looked like a $sign, as well as a dolphin. One thing I've read a lot about San Martin is how they really listen to their audience and how everyone desired better branding. The latest iteration of their logo is great. The bezel is 120 click unidirectional with a polished coin edge style. Very grippy, easy to turn, and not only has zero backplay, but the lume pip at the 12 o'clock lines up perfectly. This seems to be really difficult for a lot of watch brands, but San Martin nailed it. To be honest, my Rolex Submariner does not line up perfectly, which makes it a bit confusing on how San Martin can offer a $155 watch that does, and Rolex with their $7,000 watch doesn't. The insert on the bezel is made of ceramic, and this is no run-of-the-mill ceramic. It has a shine and plays with the lighting that is very reminiscent of the one on my sub. The red accent on the lume pip is a really nice pop of color. The crystal is sapphire and slightly domed with AR coating to help with legibility. At any angle, it is very easy to read the time. Underneath the crystal, the dial has the San Martin hexagonal logo applied at the 12 o'clock in a gold finishing, which pairs very well with the gold tone iconic snowflake hands. Above the 6 o'clock are the text automatic and 200 meters of water resistance. The hour markers around the dial are executed in a very traditional dive watch style with circles and rectangles surrounded by gold framing, all filled with a very generous helping of C3 lume. I have zero complaints around the dial on the San Martin watch, and the quality is really impressive. As you look at it next to the Submariner, you can clearly see how well made it is. Yes, Rolex uses gold and platinum on their dials and bezel inserts, but this is barely noticeable, especially when compared to the quality of the SN008. Overall, the dial is absolutely gorgeous, and the attention to detail is what San Martin is all about. The matte black dial is really nice and not muted at all. Although it is not shiny or has any kind of sunburst effect, it still pops in the light and gives off various colors at different angles. It pairs really well with the black glossy bezel insert. Moving on to the 3-link oyster-style bracelet, which is equally as impressive as the dial, I am blown away by the quality. The brush finish is executed very well and consistent throughout the bracelet, with polished sides to add a nice contrast. The bracelet starts at 20mm at the lugs and tapers beautifully down to 16mm. I think this is the perfect transition that looks the best and feels the best on the wrist. The clasp has a push-button closure for added security and is signed with the San Martin logo. There are no sharp edges on the bracelet and everything feels really smooth and comfortable. There are also 4 micro adjustments to make for a perfect fit. The Rolex Submariner is known to have one of the greatest bracelets available, and for $155, it's wild how nice the San Martin bracelet feels in comparison to the sub. It's not quite as nice, of course, but it really has a lot of similarities in the overall build. Also, the end links are solid and there is not much play or rattle across the links. The watch has female end links, which allows the watch to easily wrap around the wrist. I've seen previous versions of the San Martin's Black Bay 58 that had male end links, and this is another great example on how the company listens to its customers. The SN008 has 200 meters of water resistance, and the version I picked up is powered by the Japanese NH35 movement. The watch does come in other movements that offer more accuracy if that is important to you. I really don't understand how San Martin is able to only charge $155 for the SN008. The quality is better than Seiko, better than Tissot, and better than Hamilton. I own all those brands, and I say this with confidence. I understand some people might be hesitant to get into the Homage section of watches, but there are enough differences from the original Tudor Black Bay to make it their own watch. San Martin is the real deal, offer the absolute best value for money, and everyone should experience firsthand what their watches are all about. I guarantee you'll be very pleasantly surprised.